falling in love with food. Hello once again, my foodie friends, and welcome back to the Big Boys Food Club. Now, again, riding solo today. Teddy's on his holidays. He's in Jamaica. Now, I hope he's getting some really good content out there for him to bring home as well. Yeah, so I'm here today in Bedford once again. There seems to be a lot of spots over here in Bedford, and I have hit up a spot called the Ghost Kitchen, and I have been given a recommendation from a TikTok account. I have pre-ordered my food, so I'm going to go in, grab the food, and I'll see you back at the garden and we'll eat. Right, we are back, but we are not in the garden because it's the summer and someone's decided to cut their grass right now. So wanted to drown out the noise. Welcome to my kitchen. Here's the Foodie Delights, and this is a recommendation for the Ghost Kitchen in Bedford from a TikToker called Tall Person's Problems. So hello to you, and this is your recommendation. I have the receipt, and I have spent £32.62. Now, my lovely wife is in the other room with a £10 Smashbox, which I believe has wings, kebab meat, and a burger. But this is not what I'm reviewing. I have got the classic loaded fries at £6.99. So on the fries, we have a cheese sauce, we have chopped up chicken, we have jalapenos, I believe there's spring onions there. It's a big box of mess, but I like a big box of mess. Now, I'm going to say quickly, on first glance of the restaurant, takeaway, it didn't look too glamorous. It was a tiny, tiny, tiny little shop. I think there was one table in there, and it was in a very, very quiet but small, dingy street. But look, let's let the food talk for itself, and yeah, we'll go with that. I have got the dipped Korean burger. Now, we have a Korean chicken fried burger topped with cheddar cheese, and it's done in a sesame seeded, a normal bun. So, I like the sound of that. Now, the main attraction for this one, the Ghost Kitchen, I've gone for the Ghost Burger. Now, with the Ghost Burger, we have got two 3.5 ounce smash patties with beef maple bacon. We've got fried onions and peppers. We've got gooey cheese sauce in there and topped with a hash brown, which is probably no longer crispy because it is literally oozing in there. Look at the weight of that, right? So, it does look like a bit of a mess, but again, we like a mess, right? Now, again, as I said, it come to £32.62, but it would have been a total of £22.62 if I just got my meal. The meal came with a drink. I asked for Pepsi Max. I ended up with a Kinza Cola. I can't say I've ever had one before, and this will be a first. So let's just get straight on with that first. It's even got one of those holiday rim pulls on it, you know? So I don't know if I'm too eager about trying this, but give it a go. Not the worst Coke in the world, to be fair. I've had from other supermarkets with the really cheap brands. This ain't that bad. It's not on par with Pepsi, it's not on par with Coca-Cola, but it's nice. Anyway, let's get straight into it now. So, we're going to go with the loaded fries. Now, I wanted loaded fries today because I wanted to match up against what we once got from Chicken George when we got the loaded potato tarts. Teddy, you're going to love the mess of this. This looks a bit of you, and I think you're going to be a little bit jealous. I'm a little bit sad you're not eating it with me. Let's just tuck in. Let's go. I've got chicken on there. I've got the chips. Loads of gooey cheese sauce on there. Let's get straight in. Big spoonful. Big forkful, sorry. They taste good. Chicken's a little bit soggy. The chicken's not that crispy, but the cheese sauce is really nice. There's a spice going through there. From the jalapenos. Hit the throat now. wash it down with my Kinzer Cola. It tastes good. Like I said, it does what it says. They're loaded fries. They're not crispy. Maybe I would have liked it a little bit more crispier. But there's plenty in there. And it's not skimping on the chicken. There's lots of chicken on that fork there. Yeah, I'm enjoying that. Nice taste. As I said, just the salmon and fries are a little bit soggy. I'll tell you, I know you're in Jamaica on your holidays while this is being filmed. But this is for you, fine sir. While you're not with me, I will napkin up for you. I'm going to push them to one side. Now, let's move on to the dipped Korean burger. As I showed you before, it is a fried chicken breast with a slice of burger cheese, and it has been dipped in Korean sauce. And there is some soggy ass lettuce and onions on the bottom there. Let's give it a go. They have provided me with 2 dips. I think one is a bit like a burger sauce, or I believe, looking at their menu, it could be a Algerian and Chipotle sauce, what they're selling in their shop. Not bad actually. Quite very mild. It's kind of like a creamy Thousand Island dressing. Might go well with this burger. But let's just tuck in. Let's get straight in there with this Korean dipped burger. The Korean sauce, sweet and tangy. Not spicy. I've maybe expected it to be a bit spicier. Again, I know it's dipped, so I maybe got to forgive that the chicken's not crispy. But it's not crispy. A little bit soggy. But the overall flavour, the chicken is really nice. Nice moist chicken. Been cooked well. It's not bad. Not bad. Bit of a soggy one. But the flavour of it is really nice. Okay, I've got covered in sauce. And I'm going to keep staying. I'm going to wash it down with my Kinzer Cola. Right, on to the main event. Now again, let's just run through this one more time. It's the Ghost Kitchen, so I've got the Ghost Burger. Just get rid of some of that. It's a hot day today. And we've got in this burger 2 3.5 ounce Angus beef double cheese burgers with hash brown, Algerian sauce, peppers, caramelised red onions and maple beef bacon. Sounds nice, and I love a smash burger. So let's just get straight into it. Again, I showed you what it looked like on the inside. Just going to get messy. It's going to get messy, isn't it? The juiciness of that meat is really nice. It cooked to like a really nice, I'm going to say medium well on that burger. Nice and soft, nice and juicy. There's the slice of maple bacon in there. Not that smoky, but it's nice. But the burger is oozing with cheese. It's coming off everywhere. So this is one to get. It's a little bit greasy, as I said, and it's made the bun go a little bit soggy, but it's a smash burger. There's a lot going on in this burger. Not always the biggest fan of hash browns. Bit divided on that one. I've always enjoyed a hash brown in a burger. But nice flavours. Maybe a little bit more seasoning could go into the burger itself. But I suppose I didn't want to overpower it with all the other flavours you had going on in there. But I would have liked a bit more salt and pepper on my burger. Just the simple things in life. But it's nice. Now, Oh, sorry, his head fell off. What do I think? Well, let's start with the chips. As I said, a little bit on the soggy side, packed full of chicken, packed full of cheese sauce. There's a lot going on in there. You can forgive the sogginess a little bit because, as I said, there's a lot on there. It's a big messy box, and if you're going for loaded fries, that's what you're asking for anyway, right? Then we got the Korean burger. Probably a tad underwhelming. A little bit on the soggy side. Bun was a bit soggy. But the chicken itself was really moist. And I enjoyed that. Maybe wanted a bit more crunch on the chicken itself. Now, the style of the show was supposed to be, well, I suppose it is, the Ghost Kitchen burger. I would have just liked a little bit more seasoning on it. And maybe a bit of a crispier bun because it's gone quite soggy. If you see the glisten of that hash brown on there, we've got a lot of soggy mess going on. But one final bite, I'm going to try it with this Algerian sauce. And I believe that's what it is, the Algerian chipotle sauce. Go straight in the corner. That sauce is nice. Good flavour. It does complement the burger quite well. I said, just need a bit more seasoning on there. Right, now let's rate. I'm going to say the loaded chips, I'm going to give you a 7 out of 10. Chip could be a little bit more crispier, I think, personally. But we could have other people disagreeing because they are loaded fries. The Korean burger, slightly a bit underwhelming for me. I was hoping for a crispier burger. I was actually kind of hoping for, when they said a dipped burger, my burger was going to be dripping. But, nice flavour, the chicken was lovely. But I'm only going to give you a 6 out of 10. I've had nicer chicken burgers on that one. And now, the Ghost Burger itself, I am probably going to go with, and I think it'll be fair, probably going to go with a 7 out of 10. You could probably bump that up if you just seasoned the burger a little bit more. But overall, the service was quick. The guy in the shop, although there was not a lot of places to sit down, he offered me a lot of sauces. He was very friendly, and I was in and out. So that was pretty good. So there you have it, guys. If you're thinking about going down to Ghost Kitchen in Bedford, I would say not go. But would I be queuing up to go back again? Probably not. There is other places with other burgers and stuff out there that I would like to probably hit up, and I have tried before, which I prefer. But it was nice. So again, Tall Person's Problems on TikTok. Thank you for your recommendation. It was nice. And you've obviously got nice tasting food as well. So keep liking and watching us, friend. But guys, again, as always, we love food. I'm so sorry Teddy couldn't be here today, but I'm sure he's going to be bringing back some great videos from Jamaica. Like, subscribe, follow us on all platforms. You know the drill by now, and we will keep making more videos. So, God bless and take care. Yeah, falling in love with food.